We are people of the Yakama. Our history goes back before man, way back to when Spilei, otherwise known as Coyote, roamed the Columbia Plateau. We have many legends about his magical lessons when he prepared the Columbia Plateau for the coming of man. As man operates within his social world, he sometimes makes wrong choices. Society has always formed ways to protect their children from abuse and neglect situations. The Yakama had their own villages with a head chief in social order. When a child was left alone, his immediate or his extended family would take him in and raise him as their own. He would know where he came from as time moved along. The Yakamas lived along the Columbia River from Wenatchee over to the Tri-Cities to white salmon. The Yakamas subsisted on salmon from great fisheries along the Columbia River, and they dug roots and gathered nuts along the plateaus and the foothills. They gathered different roots and berries up in the high country as they hunted deer and bear. The Yakamas used every bit of the animal, from their furs, their bones, their meat, and their horns, for daily living items. The Yakamas remember that their cycle of living is linked to the earth as they visit historical sites. They will pack a lunch to picnic at the old Fort Simcoe above White Swan, Washington. They will pack up their family and spend a day down at the Bonneville Dam or Rock Creek Longhouse to meet and tell family stories with others who are there also. They will go to the Columbia Center, to the Yakama Valley Mall, or to Ellensburg to shop for special clothes for a special time. They keep their connections when they return to the old hunting grounds and fishing grounds. They will be setting foot on the same places where their grandparents and their grandparents' grandparents also picked huckleberries. Their grandparents made beautifully twined and designed baskets. They tanned buckskins and beaded their own moccasins. They cut, straightened, and tied their own feathers to make arrows. They will remember that their cycle of living is linked to the earth as a fish or gather to dance at a powwow. The Yakamas keep their connections when they meet to visit and to feast. As they visit the old fishing sites, they will remember what Spilei did to build this site. Their grandparents told them that Spilei came and rescued the salmon from greedy sisters. See there, they stand, two great columns of rock where Spilei placed them. Or there they come, flying in just before the salmon, but now they are swallow-tailed birds. Children respect these places and know the value of their fish after they understand why and how. Children will learn value and respect all along as foster parents provide these cultural experiences. Children will become adults and pass the same information down to their own. The Yakamas have their own housing authority, court system, religious ways, educational schools, fisheries, and wildlife and social service programs. The Yakamas take charge of their own through the tribal enrollment. The Yakamas have exclusive jurisdiction over their own tribal members. The 14 ruling councilmen delegate certain duties to programs to provide all kinds of services to their own members. One of these is to recruit and license foster care homes for Native American children. We still have Native American families living up and down the Columbia River and throughout the south central Washington plateaus, timberlands, and canyons. We need Native American homes to provide temporary care for our Native American children. These care providers will be orientated about the foster care system and receive pre-service training before earning a foster care license. Each family must complete an application packet which contains documents of statements that show how they will comply with the state minimum standards and Yakama Nation standards. These are practical, basic standards to assure that each child will be safe, healthy, and in an environment with cultural benefits. It doesn't matter if you're single and live in an apartment, or if you're married with 4 children of your own and live on a ranch 25 miles from the nearest town. A licensed parent can be 18 years of age or 65 years of age. As long as you can provide a safe and healthy place for at least one more child, we need you. Each applicant, including all residents in the same home, 16 years of age and older, must pass the criminal background check, receive first aid and HIV/AIDS training, seek 3 people who will write a full-page character reference letter about how long they knew the applicant, how they know the applicant, and what they think of the applicant's practice for caring for children. Licensed foster care providers will receive a reimbursement for services provided. This will cover lodging and meals. This will also provide for the child's basic clothing needs. These children are first-class citizens, and they need love, care, and quality time with foster care providers. Foster parents will be taking the child to a doctor's appointment, to dental clinics, to school activities, and to family visits. The foster parent will be reimbursed for mileage used to attend to these important matters. NCNUSA offers and facilitates training in all areas of child development, teenage issues, social awareness to independent living skills, sexual abuse, child abuse, fetal alcohol syndrome, and other situations. NCNUSA also offers fun activities, such as an annual picnic to recognize foster parents, a youth campout, June 9th Treaty Day Parade, Thanksgiving and Christmas assistance, and cultural competency experiences. Somebody said parenting is the hardest job on the planet, but also the most rewarding. Many children return to foster parents at holidays to share pictures of their own growing families and to thank them for some of the happiest memories of their lives.